Well, welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a wonderful long weekend and hope that the celebrations and remembering yesterday was meaningful. I hope that you're ready for this week. This market week is indeed a busy one. It's filled with inflation data, it's filled with market data, and it's a week where if you look at the dollar, it's really in the spotlight. Why? You've got Fed heads speaking left, right, and center, bond auctions throughout the week, and the week tops out at the end with inflation data. And in between there, it's monetary policy from the Eurozone. Are they going to cut rates sooner or later? China growth data coming in, and that happens later on Thursday. This week is really all about the dollar, and the dollar is very inversely correlated with, or the S&P is very inversely correlated with it. Now, as you can see very clearly here, the dollar is at the bottom of this upward channel. It's at the spot where if policymakers do indeed tell us that they are going to support the market, which may be a stretch, seeing that consumer confidence is coming in stronger today, and recent data also stipulating similar, well, unless there is a really remarkable reason to believe that the rate cuts are going to come in sooner than later, which would mean a shockingly low core PCE price index on Friday, that channel bottom is likely to hold and a bounce back up has a better chance to play out. Now, that risk can very easily find itself expressed in downward action on metals, but silver tends to have a mind of its own and a community of its own as well. A breakout that can take silver up to the top of its weekly pivot levels would not be a surprise, but it would be a surprise if the dollar doesn't start firming up further. So a temporary move on silver may still be in play, but risks are growing, and they're growing for equities as well. When you look at the charts on screen, you've got the NASDAQ 100, the NQs actually, the futures, and you've got the S&P E-minis. We know, and I hope that you've seen through the videos over the last a couple of weeks, we're in a sequence of signals where the champion trend pack, which is on screen, starts with the champion trend, champion cross, stage 1, wealth signal, stage 2, breakout forecasters, at least 2 within a 3-bar radius, stage 3, and then if there's an absence of breakout forecasters and the speed lines cross over, what typically happens is price comes back to the last or second last breakout forecaster and then finds a bounce if this is a newer trend. Now, this is market highs all time. So I'm shifting the gears to take a look at where the key index that was driven up and down, obviously, by the last big earnings play last week, which is NVIDIA. Well, what is it doing right now? Is it simply delayed in its fate versus the S&P? Well, this is technically 1, 2, and the third day so far, and obviously we're ticking down into the close now, without a breakout forecaster. And we've already had the range breaker. We've already made it to a target too. So what does this all do? This all sets up the potential for another pullback. Could be a fairly sizable one on the NQ. And for a pullback that could take the ES potentially down back into this territory. And I'm not saying that that will happen. But the risks for a temporary pullback followed by another bounce back up to retest highs would not be off base based on what we've seen in markets. I think that it's a marketplace that one wants to be vigilant within and very careful in a week littered with landmines being Fed speakers. Not a time to be cavalier, more a time to manage risk and identify higher probability trades, which is what we're going to be doing over in the active trader room and did today. Did a little bit of trading with one contract there. But at the end of the day, this market needs a catalyst that's bullish to really sustain. That could be liquidity injections, but hey, we need to see it actually be jawboned before we put that cart before the horse. Folks, this market has not broken, but it's not given me the consolidate and continue up signals. It's giving me the potentially minor top pullback to refuel and then go again, type up the setup. Do stay safe out there, folks, and we'll see you in videos just like these in the coming days. Bye for now, all.